Your Instagram biography might be the one and only chance you have of convincing a stranger to follow along on your account and to potentially turn into a customer, a client, or an email subscriber further down the line. So you have to make sure this is optimized and is the best it can possibly be. Hi there guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Whether you are a small business owner, an entrepreneur, or an individual trying to grow your Instagram community, you are in the right place for Instagram strategy that gets you results in less time. Because who has hours to spend on Instagram every single day? In today's video, we are talking all about one of the most important parts of your Instagram account, and that is your Instagram biography. I often tell people that strangers and new users will have about 2 or 3 seconds to make up their mind about your Instagram account and whether you're worth following. So that means your biography has to be clear, compelling, it has to drive action. And as I said, it has to be really, really engaging. Your target audience has to know that you are the right person for them as soon as they land on your Instagram biography and your Instagram account. So let's talk about 6 factors to a really great Instagram biography. Today, we are going to cover your avatar, your name and keyword, what you have to offer, your URL, a clear call to action, and your contact buttons. So those are 6 things to every successful Instagram biography. Now let's dive into each of those in a bit more detail. So the first most important part of an optimized Instagram biography is your avatar. Now your avatar or your profile image has to be clear and high quality. Now, if you are a service-based business or a freelancer, a consultant, a strategist, an entrepreneur, it probably makes most sense that your avatar is an image of you. So do this. It makes your account more personable. It introduces yourself immediately to somebody. They can put a face to the account. It's no longer faceless, and it gives people that little bit more relatable human feel to your account. If you are a product-based business, then it may make more sense for you to have your logo as the avatar or your brand colors. Just remember, if you are using a brand logo or colors or potentially maybe an image of your product, make sure that it is really clear what your product is so that even when it's really, really small, people can see what it is and they can identify with it and it isn't confusing. So to give you a quick example of what I mean, sometimes, for example, I worked with a soap brand on Instagram. Initially, when they first had the image of their soap as the avatar, from a distance, it looked a bit like a piece of cake or a slice of cake. And we worked together to change this because it wasn't really clear what that account was about. So make sure that if you're a product-based business, that image, that avatar is really, really clear. The second most important thing to include in your Instagram biography is your name and keyword. This is the section of your biography that is bolded out. Now again, if you're a service-based business or an entrepreneur, freelancer, strategist, consultant, you will probably want to have your name there, and you should have your name there. If you're a product-based business or you really are just wanting to have your brand or business as the focus on Instagram, then put your business or brand name there. Now, the reason I've also said keyword is because this is a really good place to have your business or brand's keyword. Now, by that I mean if you are offering dog walking services or if you are offering hair cutting services, or if you're a product-based business selling vegan toiletries, have that keyword in that section of your biography. So have vegan toiletries, have dog walker, have SEO services, whatever it is that you are offering, have that keyword in that section of your biography. This is because this is a really key place to help you rise in the searches. When people are searching on Instagram for your particular offer, you will rank higher if you have a keyword in that section of your biography. So make sure you're capitalizing on that by having a keyword in that section of your biography. Now, if that means making your name a bit shorter or just having your first name, like I do, I have Bella and then I have the keyword, do that. But as much as you can, get a keyword in there. Another little trick, just in case your name or your business name is really long and also the service you're offering is quite lengthy and you are going over the word or character limit of that section, In that section, in the name section, put your keyword. So put what you're offering in 2 or 3 words in that section, or what you're known for, put in that section. And then in the next section, where you would typically write what you do, which we're coming to in the next section, put your name there instead. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. Again, it depends on how long your name is, your brand name is, and how long your keyword is. Ideally, you'll have your name and your keyword in that section, but there's no harm in switching it up. If your name or your business name is too long, then just put the keyword in this name section and put your name in the second bit down, which brings me on to number 3, which is what you do. So if you are a service-based business, you want to be saying in your one sentence what it is that you do and the results that you help your target audience achieve. If you are a product-based business, this what you do one sentence might be your USP, your secret sauce. What do you do differently from everybody else? So let me give you some examples. So first, we've got the Instagram account of a mind coach, a mindset and life coach, and I'm going to put an example up here on the screen. Alex Kate Hare. Now she says in her what she does one sentence offer, I empower wild-spirited but unfulfilled women to trust themselves and live the life they dream of living. Perfect. She says what she does, she says what she's helping and hoping to achieve for her target audience. Another example is Lake Como Weddings. So we plan beautiful weddings and events in Italy and Europe. Perfect. Does what it says on the tin. Anybody who wants to organise a wedding in Italy or Europe knows that these are the wedding planners for them. Now, if we look at some product-based businesses, we've got Salt Stitches. So Emily is the name of the account, and what she does in that section of her biography, she's got fibre artist inspired by natural textures, handmade in Manchester. And finally, we have got Glasses Direct, which is a subscription glass company, and they say no one does prescription eyewear quite like us. That is their USP. Bit of a bold claim to make, but hey, they're going with it. It's working for them. They have a good, engaged audience. So there you go. There's some examples of the one sentence, what you do. The next section of your Instagram biography is your call to action. Now, no matter what you're offering on Instagram, what service or product you are pushing, you need to have somewhere to send people into the next stage of your Instagram funnel. It's the perfect opportunity to push people to a new offer you have on your website, or to a free resource that your target audience can download, and in exchange you get their email address and you can add them to your email news list. So make sure that you are making the most of that opportunity. Don't just have a call to action pointing people to a very vague landing page or the front page of your website. Really make sure, and we're going to come on to this in the next bit of this video, but make sure that you are really telling people to do something. So by that I mean quite literally say, join my latest email challenge. That's one of my things that I've had before as my call to action. Or it might be download your free guide to planning your upcoming wedding. Or it might be check out my latest offer, or get your 15% discount now in the next 24 hours. Whatever it is, have that active verb in your call to action to get people to take action. And then you even can, and I often recommend this for people to do, have some little finger pointers, have an emoji that is nudging people towards that action. So that's what I do. I often include little pointing fingers down to say, join my free 4-day email challenge. It might sound silly, but those small things like those emojis are a really great way of just nudging people towards taking the action you want them to take. So the fifth thing to include in your Instagram biography is what we just talked about. It's the URL. It's where are you going to drive people to? As I said before, don't just make this a generic homepage or landing page. Don't just make this the front page of your website if there isn't something on your website which is going to make people either give you their email address or make the most of an offer. You want to ideally be leading them somewhere specific, i.e. an offer page or a specific landing page that has an opt-in form for people to leave their email address in exchange for something else. If you're just sending them to a to a generic landing page, you're really not making the most of that opportunity. So think about how you can convert people from a new follower into something more, ideally getting them onto your email list. So think about how you can do that with your URL. Now, for some people, it may make sense that you actually have quite a few different landing pages that you want to send people to. Maybe you have more than one target persona that you have as part of your audience. And therefore, there might not just be one type of offer that you want to send them to. In that case, you can use something like Linktree, which I love to use and I have used in the past. It is a really handy free tool which creates one URL for you. And when people click on it, they can see a few different options of places to go. There's a few different, you can add a URL to a new challenge you have, you can add a URL for them to sign up to your email list, you can add a URL there that sends them to get 15% off of your latest product or ebook or whatever it is. So if you have a few different URLs that you want to include, make the most of Linktree. I'm going to pop it here on the screen, the URL that you can head to go and make the most of that. It's a really great free tool to use if you don't just have one URL that you want to send people to. Last but not least, what contact buttons are you going to have on your Instagram profile? So as of time of record, you can have the call button, the email button, the text button, and if you are a service-based business like a restaurant or a salon, you can also have the book button. It's either book or reserve, I can't quite remember, but you can have the option of people directly booking in an appointment or a table or a call directly from that button. So think about what buttons you're going to have on there. What would be the quickest and best way for people to get in touch with you? Again, don't neglect that area, because actually it could be a really easy, simple way for people to just hit that button and get straight in contact with you. It could be their direct line to you. So think about what buttons you are going to have. And it goes without saying, make sure that whatever email address you have set up on that button, if you have the email button, make sure it's a button that goes to an email address that is active and that you're checking regularly so that you don't miss any inquiries or emails you get through. So that is it. Thank you for joining me for this week's video, all about your Instagram biography. What I would really encourage you to do right now is to take a really good look at your Instagram biography with a critical eye and see how you can optimize it to make it the best it can possibly be. Are you showing in your biography exactly what you do and who you do it for? Is it really clear? Would your target audience know that you are absolutely the account that they should be following if they landed on your profile? Better yet, give your account, give your phone to somebody else and say to them, I want you to be really critical. Tell me, am I selling myself the best that I possibly can be? And when I say selling yourself, I mean making sure that you're really making your account and your biography irresistible to your target audience. So give your account, give your phone to someone else if you think that that is the best way to do it, if you're finding it difficult to know for sure whether your Instagram biography is optimized. If you want to get your hands on more free resources, then click down in the description box. There is a link to my free Facebook community that you can join now. That is a private Facebook group where we are chatting all things Instagram strategy and tips and tricks every single day. There is also a link to my free 4-day email Instagram challenge, which is for anybody, whether you're new to the platform or you've been on the platform for 5 years. It's a really great way of kickstarting your Instagram strategy and reigniting your love for the platform. I would love for you to hit subscribe to join me every single week for a new video, and I will join you next time. Bye guys.